Hey everybody, it's Justin Adkins here for the Scrapbook and Cards Today YouTube channel, and I've got some winter foiling fun to share with you today using some fun products from Pink and Maine. I am going to be focusing on using the Home Sweet Home dies and the Winter Home add-on dies, along with some other elements to make this card super fun and wintry. I want to talk about the cardstocks we're going to be using. I'm going to be using Ice Rink cardstock, On the Green cardstock, Stop Sign, Sidewalk, and Asphalt cardstocks by Pink and Maine, in addition to Slate cardstock by Gina K Designs. I want to show you what we're going to be die cutting. Using Ice Rink, I've got the main home, the side of the home, the chimney, and the two attic portions. Using the sidewalk, I've got two rectangle windows, two square windows, a circle, roof, the two little eaves, the one taller eave, and then also the door frame. From the asphalt cardstock, I have 4 shutters and a door handle. From the stop sign, I have the front door. And then we're also going to take some of the leftover Ice Rink cardstock using an Olo marker. I've gone ahead and grabbed YO 2.2, and I'm just going to begin coloring on the cardstock. I am going to be using this to die cut the inner portions of the windows. I didn't have a cardstock on hand that got that nice soft yellow warm glow, so I thought I would just color up my cardstock on my own. And here you can see I have enough little bits and bobs to fit into the negative spaces for all the windows. Now for the Winter Home add-on die set, I am going to die cut from the Ice Rink cardstock all of the different little ice elements to add to the house, along with an on the green wreath and a little ice rink bow for the wreath. And here you can see all of our die cuts ready to go for assembly. Now, putting this house together is definitely a labor of love, and I adored every portion of putting everything together. So you can see the base of the house right here, and what I've done to keep my two portions together is I am going to use some low-tack mint tape just to sort of hold them together. I do have plans to use foam tape on the back in the end, and that really will adhere this nicely, but I do like having everything stuck together. So now I'm going to give you an abbreviated version for how I put everything together. As you can see, I had the base of the home ready. I had the back of the door frame ready to go. I did the actual door frame itself, and then the red door fits really nicely inside of there. Now, don't forget to add on that little door handle either. That's going to be definitely a necessary detail. We are going to adhere the chimney to the right portion of the shorter roof eave, and then we're going to begin adding the 2 rectangle windows to the right portion of the home, right of the main door. Now, I did opt to do the smaller rectangle windows in lieu of the one large open window. I thought it would work really nicely because I really like using these shutters, and I thought die cutting them from asphalt would just be so perfect for this card. Next, I'm going to put the 2 little, I call them little attic hutches, you can call them whatever you'd like, on top of the right portion of the roof, and I have everything all tacked down with my liquid adhesive. Now, like I had said, don't forget to put that little door handle into place. It's a very necessary and cute little detail. And then I am going to put liquid adhesive inside of each of the negative spaces for all of the windows and the door frame. I do have all of those elements die cut out from the Olo marker colored portion that we did earlier in this tutorial. I am going to use a craft pick tool to get each of the elements into place using both the waxy tip end and the pick end as well. The waxy tip is going to help me get each element into the location I want it to, and then I'm going to be able to use the pick end to sort of wiggle it to make sure that it fits exactly how it needs to in those little wells. So once I have all of my little windows situated, it's time to start focusing on those Winter Home add-on icy details. And I've decided to take a mini blending brush from Altenew with some salvage patina distress ink just to distress the edges of them to give them nice icy bottoms. I thought that the salvage patina is the perfect sort of icy color to use for this, and I'm not ink blending the whole panel, just sort of the edges to give them that icy glow. So I've got all of my little elements all die cut and ready to go into place. Using liquid adhesive, I am going to do my little icicle ridge on the top eave of the house. This is right near where our chimney section is. I'm also going to put the chimney icicles on. The main roof portion, I've got my icicles ready to go for that as well. I've got my two smaller attic hatch eaves. I've got those all ready to go to adhere for that portion. Next, I also have a little arch that's going to go over the main window. Then I have a little snowbank that I'm going to be able to place right under the two rectangle windows on the right side of the home. In addition to that, and to finish this off, I've got two little snow piles that are going to be on the front porch of this home that are going to kind of help give it a little bit of a character and show a walkway. Now I do pop my on the green wreath onto my stop sign door along with the ice rink white bow, and my home is fully ready, so I can set this aside and start working on some of the other elements for our card. Grabbing the second largest die from the Pink and Main Notched Corners die set, I go ahead and die cut the shape from a piece of middle school cardstock, also by Pink and Main. With my shape ready to go, we're going to do some ink blending to make a shortcut sky. So I'm going to start with some prize ribbon distressing, and I'm going to add that to the top edge of our notched corner die cut, bringing it down a little past halfway of the panel towards my fingers. I want to build a night snowy sky, and I thought that this would be a great color to begin with, using that middle school cardstock as a base. I then use chipped sapphire distressing, which is a darker blue color, and it begins to add to the top, creating almost an ombre effect, but I am using that shortcut of having the colored cardstock for my background. Lastly, we're going to add in some black soot distressing, which is really going to add that darkened edge, giving you that perfect night sky ombre. Now, using some white linen Delusions ink spray, I'm just going to spritz my background to give it a light snowy effect. Now, with our background done, let's talk foiling. I've got the Snowfall foilable cut-ups, and we're going to use the winter greetings sentiment that's included. I've also got some cherry red cheer foil by Pink and Main that we're going to use for our sentiment. Using a cleanup brush, I'm going to clean the back side of the foil, that's the silver side, and the front side of my foilable Winter Greetings cut up, and I'm going to process them through my Pink and Main Mini Mink foiling machine. I have the foil on top of our sentiment, as you can see the red of the cherry red on top with the foil underneath. Now, I'm going to do a wonderful peel reveal that's going to show you just how easy it is to get that perfect foiled sentiment. And here you go. It says Winter Greetings, and it's going to be so cute and perfect to pop onto our card. Now, pulling in a piece of paper from the Chill in the Air pattern paper collection, I am going to use this diagonal blue plaid pattern that's going to sit so perfectly behind our little home. I'm going to cut this panel down to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, also known as A2 size, and I am going to use liquid adhesive on the back of our notched corner rectangle die, and I'm going to place this in the center of the panel in landscape orientation. So once I have my background panel all nicely set, I am going to add foam tape to the back of our assembled die cut home using the Home Sweet Home die set along with the Winter Home add-ons, and I am trying to make sure that I get all of the little elements for our home all backed with foam tape. I don't want to use too little, and I also want to pop our sentiment of the Winter Greetings right into the bottom right corner of our card. I did use a tape runner instead of liquid adhesive because I find that the liquid adhesive can sometimes interact with the quality of the paper, and I didn't want any bubbling. I add some foam to the back of the portion of our foiled sentiment just to give it a little bit of structure, and then I carefully put our home into place on our panel. Now, this home takes up a really nice portion, so I decide not to add any extra embellishments and just begin adding it to my card base. And with that being nicely in place, our card is fully completed. So I hope this gives you some fun inspiration as to how you can easily add some foiled accents onto your card using foilable products from Pink and Main and sending off some cozy, sweet home greetings to a loved one this holiday season. Now, don't forget to like and subscribe to the Scrapbook and Cards Today YouTube channel and on all socials, and I'd love if you take a moment to follow me as well. You can find me on Instagram and YouTube at Just a Note by Justin. Thank you so very much for stopping by today. I hope you have a crafty day. Goodbye.